Oi, boys, welcome back to episode 2 of this Queensland Dynasty Challenge. And before we get into the match, boys, I've been getting requests about this Queensland team, so I have uploaded them, and this is how you download it. It's a pretty straightforward process. You want to come to the fan hub, community, search community, change this to clubs. The username will be the odd one out. Enter, come down to tag 1, change this to all-time best, and just begin search. The second team, Queensland Dynasty 06 to 13. This is the team that I'm playing against at the moment. So if you want to download this team, just simply go through those steps and you'll get this team in no time. Also, you will get the jersey as well, as this jersey was created on the fan hub. But yeah, I'm back to the video. So game 2 will be played, as you can see, at Suncorp Stadium, and Queensland have made some changes to their lineup. As for the Blues team, since we did pick up the dub in the first game, there's no need to change the team. I kept it pretty much the same, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I kind of want to switch things up in game 3 if we can close out the series right here at Suncorp Stadium. As per usual, shout out to the gang, shout out to the OddSquad. Be sure to leave a hashtag OddSquad in the comment section down below as we get a look at Queensland, this new look Queensland in game 2. As you can see, Israel Folau steps in on the wing. I mean, we had to get Izzy in there at some point, so that was just a straight swap for Brent Tate. And also, Ashley Harrison has been selected at 13. Corey Parker moved to the bench, forcing Matt Gillett out of the 17. Not bad defensively. Our first set of the match will be kicked off here by Brian To'o, as we get caught running sideways a bit, and we're wrapped up just inside the 10. By the time this video goes live, you boys should be able to download the Queensland team. If you end up playing against them on Legend, let me know how you go. I was thinking of actually playing with this team and trying to beat the Blues in a different series to come. Who knows? Maybe we'll do that as Jerome Luai drops it off to Cam Murray. It's a decent run, makes plenty of post-contact meters. Going to be using Latrell Mitchell a lot, try and run amok down Justin Hodges' side. Hodges accompanied by Izzy Folau, and for the first set of the match we made a whopping 23 meters. So we look to send it. Damien Cook with a boot and a half, that's a great kick. Almost kicked it into Isaiah Yeo, but thankfully we didn't. Queensland on the return, their second set of the match. Smith will send it for an interception. Daniel Saifiti comes up with the pill as Tarek Sims takes a run at the line. We're still at the 30. Second tackle, and it's the pickpocket himself. Saifiti gets it away to Jake Trebojevic. Saifiti back at first receiver as we send it to Luai. Luai out to Murray, who gets it away to Mitchell. And that is a beautiful try to open things up, to open scoring. We make Queensland pay for that interception. I made my intentions pretty clear. We wanted to target Justin Hodges and Izzy Folau's side, and we cut them open straight up. So we get the green lights. Take another look here. Saifidi sitting out the back was Jerome Luai, and we just get it quickly out to Latrell Mitchell, Cam Murray. The little bunnies connect as we nail it from the sideline and take a 6-point lead 10 minutes into the match. I want to try and also use Tom Trebojevic as much as I can as well. Try and keep it semi-realistic, but if we can keep catching Hodges and Folau out on this left, we'll just keep hammering down on the side as Isaiah Yeo gets driven backwards. I've also got the injuries turned to the max setting as well. If that'll come into play during this match, who knows? I hope it does though. It'll add an extra element of difficulty, I guess, trying to manage the player's staminas more closely while dropping back into the pocket. But we'll try and find Cleary as we do, and we'll just send it to the line, kick it out, keep it out of Billy Slater and Greg Inglis's hands. Who's next to Kopadia? Josh Papali'i. Run straight at Daniel Saifiti. We wrap him up with 2. So far so good, and as I'm saying that, Ashley Harrison makes a break, but there's a weird pass that easily gets picked off. And we'll take that. See if we can turn it into something here as Turbo slaps away one defender. Whenever they slide into dummy half like that, I'm going to go for a scoot every time. Turbo and both Latrell on the other side. Third. Out to Murray. Shows it inside, gets it out to Latrell, gets an offload away. It's a risky ball, but we'll get the ball back here. Folau will get driven into touch by Brian To'o. Now this is something that's been a little iffy for us during the series. The scrum here, look at this setup. Pretty trash. We'll take To'o and just run it at the line. First. Cook. Back to Jake, and we're just playing a little bit of hot potato here. As we get wrapped up on the Queensland 40. Back to Cleary, takes it. Too late to release, we lose it in the tackle. It's a huge hit by Queensland. And they get the ball on the halfway line. Rushing up at a line, trying to put a hit of our own on. And we get duped by the AI. We're running after the damn decoy runner, Papali'i. As Queensland look to score their first points of the match. It's the first real pressure moment for us in defense. As they get it out to Thurston. Thurston holds on to it. 2 to go. Harrison to Lockyer. And the other playmaker holds on to it, unable to get their edges. Some ball here, the Queenslanders, as they swing it back to Justin Hodges, who gets one back on Latrell. He didn't step Latrell, he got around Murray, but still, Hodges will get on the board for Queensland. First try of the match. JT not missing from here as he ties it up. First run of the second half. Jakey probably might play the whole game. His stamina is surprisingly still fairly high. Even after all the work he got through in the first half, as we get it back to Jake. To Liam Martin. Martin to Mitchell again. Finds plenty of space down this right edge of Queensland. As we play the short side, Luai to Brian To'o. Fends off Billy Slater and manages to stay in the field of play. Latrell. Back to Martin. Martin to Jake Chaboyevich. And our first set is a 40 meter set, not bad. So we come back to Luai, look for the bomb. And it's terrible. An easy catch for Josh Adokar. As Tom slots into dummy half, we will run it out. Once again, fend off the first defender. And it takes 2 to pull down Tom Turbo. Just inside our 20. Jake backing up. And Chaboyevich. Pretty much an effective run by Jake. It might be time to give him a rest soon as Luai breaks open. Fourth. Latrell Mitchell. A terrible ball. I was looking for Jack Whiten to send it downfield, but yeah, that pass just didn't connect. That's a first. As the Queenslanders, through big Petro 7 receiver, we'll get wrapped up around 15 minutes out from the line. A strange pass from Latrell Mitchell. Like I said, usually the pass will connect with someone, but that found nothing but grass as Harrison sends it to Miles. Miles will trigger that annoying dragging tackle animation that is a guaranteed try. As you can see, Miles will carry Tarek Sims over the try line with them to score Queensland's second try of the match. Little unfortunate there, I guess we're late on the timing of the tackle. Not too sure what triggers that animation, but it's got to be something like that. As Thurston gets Queensland out to a 6-point lead. It's looking rough here, boys. We need a massive set. As Mitchell makes the catch. And they're stuck on him like glue. No room to move at all as Jerome Luai coughs up on the first tackle. Just get the ball out. That's a rough one, man. We tried linking off Liam Martin, but we couldn't get the pass away as Queensland 5 meters out, running onto it, Ashley Harrison, and it's the drop down cheese from the Queenslanders here as they scored their third try of the match. Ashley Harrison one-on-one with Cam Murray, and he gets the better of him. There will be green lights incoming. I tried playing around with stats to try and decrease those drop-down tries, but unfortunately boosting that drive tackle animation or decreasing it on every player didn't even do anything, as Thurston gets them out to a 12-point lead. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did increase the time limit as well, so we've got plenty of sets to go. If we can score in the next couple of tackles, that's looking rough. I think I'm just being a bit too optimistic here. Saifidi gets it to Tom Trebojevic, and this will help matters. They give a penalty away. 3 minutes to go. It has to be now, as Cam Murray takes the tackle. And they actually set up for a decent play. Cleary to Luai. Luai out to Martin. Martin doesn't get it away. To Latrell Mitchell was on 2-on-1. Mitchell, the drawing pass. Brian To'o. Wrapped up by the backup defense. Yeah, I think we can chalk this one up. A minute left. We needed to score on at least the second tackle here. Looking for a consolation at this point, as the clock winds down. Last play of the game. We're going to send it up for Tom Trebojevic. Kick falls short. Tommy doesn't even make the catch. It's caught by Boyd, but Trebojevic will pull him into the end goals to wrap up game 2 of this Queensland Dynasty Challenge. That was a tough second half. A couple of errors pretty much sealed our fates. The Jerome Luai knock on, and that Latrell pass that found the grass. Queensland tie the series up 1-1. The last game will be played in New South Wales, as Cam Smith picks up man of the match as always. If you enjoyed that, would like to see more Rugby League Live 4 content or more content in general, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
When we run down the screen, right wrist and left wrist the screen. She said what I want, what's going on, why am I wet? Girl, let's scream. When we run down the screen, right wrist and left wrist the screen.